Hey everybody, and welcome to a new series on the channel. This is If Found. It's a short, like 2 to 3 hour interactive novel kind of thing. And I wish I didn't have to tell you this. Like, I wish there wasn't a possibility of a negative reaction to this announcement, but I will say it just in case. I mean, maybe you watch YouTube with your family, that maybe your parents or a family member may have a big problem with the following, and you decide you don't want to watch it with them. But this game does it does deal with LGBT issues. So, just giving you a warning. I wish I did not have to give you a warning. I wish there wasn't a stigma there, but I'm just letting you know right now. So, this is the main screen, and I was on this screen. I had to turn down the music quite a bit, but you play as. I mean, right now I'm playing as an eraser, so I'm erasing things. Annapurna Interactive. There you go. We erased all the black background. Okay, now we're erasing that as well. Interesting. Oh, there's some more down there. Okay. Dreamfield. Sure. All right. And 'There you go. 750 million kilometers from Earth, in orbit around Jupiter. I've never been so far before. Oh, there's Jupiter, a very pink Jupiter. I don't see a ship or anything. I need to go further. Only one more jump, and I will be the first to reach Planet X. Planet X. It looks like a snowball. Oh, it's quite big? Or it's a little purple dot in the middle? I'm so confused. So confused. There you go. I'm still alive. I did it. I'm directly within the orbit of Planet X. I've proved the theory. It's real. But where is it? So there's a lot of erasing. I can feel its gravity. How can it be so small when its pull is so strong? It's called density. These readings. Something is wrong. Oh, it's a black hole. Planet X is not a planet. It's a black hole. This is a black hole. Well, yeah. Black holes are very dense. You have fallen into a black hole. Congratulations. You have become spaghettified. Or not. What more is there to... Okay. We're still uncovering more. Really odd game right here. All right, we've. Oh, is this us going further and further into the black hole? All right, we can see us with through our helmet. Oh, there's a crack. Oh no, that's the I and if found. Okay, if found. I don't know what if found. If found. It's a book. This book belongs to somebody. December 3rd, 1993. My name is Casillo. I'm home. Things to remember. Your earliest memory is your Da holding you up on the beach, lifting you over the waves. Rain coming in. He said, best get back, or your mom will worry. You've finished 2 goes of college. You're something, something, something. You stick with it. Never. You don't need to be nice to people who bully you. You don't need a relationship. Relationships don't work with you. You can try to be normal and have a relationship, but it has never felt right, and that's okay. It's okay to be quiet and weird, and that's true. Very true. It's okay, like, you can be quiet and weird. Being weird is not necessarily a bad thing. Let's go ahead and... I spent a lot of time, lowering the audio quite significantly because the original audio was very loud, but now I think it's very not loud, very soft. Alright, so, yep. Let's erase some things. Okay, excuse me. This book belongs to somebody. Well, this book belongs to nobody now, I guess. Goodbye, Kaizo, or Casio, whatever your name was. Casio, like the watch, like the clock company. December 3rd, 1993. That must have been your house. Go away. I like how it leaves little smudges of eraser. I'm home. I guess we didn't need to read that all earlier. We could have got a zoomed in look at it. You're not home anymore. Your home has been erased. Your name is Casio. We know that about your Da. Oh, there you go. You finished 2 goes of college, your undergrad, and your master's. Everyone thought you couldn't even survive on your own. You stick with it. Never be nice. You don't need to be nice to people who bully you. When people stare, just ignore them. Think about the stars and the galaxies and dark matter. Okay, well, never mind. I guess we will get to that in a minute. Remember how small and insignificant we all are. You don't need a relationship. There you go. Just erase everything. Alright, this must be more of your family then. This is your mem. Brid McHugh. What is the dagger? What's the dagger mean here? I don't know what the dagger's for. Age 52. Likes hosting the knitting circle in the house, watching Winning Streak on Saturdays. Hates driving to Castlebar to do the big shop, mowing the lawn, and the parish council. My favorite thing about her is watching her slowly pick out a tune on the piano from scrappy sheets of paper. That is your ma'am. And now, what is the dagger? Brid, an Irish version of the name Bridget, a famous Irish saint. It's pronounced with a long E, breathe. Similar to the English word breed, but the final D is like the D in Bridget, almost a J sound. Okay, Brid. Breed? Yeah, I'm gonna mess that up so many times. Castlebar is the largest, closest large town to Achille, a medieval market town. As the name suggests, it has a castle. Okay, well, thank you for showing me what the dagger means. Thank you very much. Goodbye, mother. Things to remember. She's from the mainland, from Westport. She jokes that she came for my da, but stayed for his 5 sisters. When I went to school, she started working in the post office. She only knows how to bake a few things, but she has great commitment to it. Mam is determined that me and Fergal will pass on her brown bread recipe. The only thing she kept of Da, oh, your father is deceased, was his Sunday jacket for me or Fergal when we were old enough. Well, here you go. Fergal McHugh. Let's just uncover your face here. Like, I know this game is supposed to be set in Scotland, but when I see sketches like this, honestly, it reminds me of, like, Korean. Like, I'm seeing Korean kind of manga. I'm sure there's a Korean word for manga because manga is a Japanese thing, but I'm seeing like a Korean influence to this kind of sketch. That's just me. Fergal McHugh, age 30, likes GAA, a few scoops down the pub with the lads, and hates thinking. What's GAA? The Gaelic Athletic Association. This is the organizing body for the traditional Irish sports of Gaelic football and hurling, which are very popular, especially in rural areas. The GAA is usually a big part of the local community. Okay, goodbye, Fergal. Oh, that's my brother, right? That was Fergal. That's my brother. Things to remember about Fergal. My favorite thing about him, we used to go and pick mussels together in Keem sometimes. He has a photo in his room of him at his Debs. I don't know what is Debs. I don't know enough about Irish life to know what Debs is. Sarah is there before she left for Australia. He's smiling at the camera with his big goofy grin. He was the one who told me Daw was in hospital. He came and knocked on the door of my classroom, and I knew at once something was wrong. His favorite films are James Bond films. He watches them religiously when they're on the telly. Alright. Goodbye, brother. December 4th, Saturday. I'm home for a month. Then I can get back to Dublin. Fine. Feels like I haven't been on the island in years. Research jobs, projects, long hours doing inventory in the supermarket. Anything to keep myself away. I wanted to write a letter to Mum. Hi, this is who I am. Here's my name, Ta. I don't like. I don't know this Irish phrase, Ta. Couldn't. Good memories here too, for what it's worth. Tea, hot water bottles, say your prayers, sleep tight. Mammy loves you. Loves you. Tea in Ireland always means the blend Irish breakfast. It is extremely high caffeine variety, almost always drunk with milk, and often with sugar too. Hot water bottle, a rubber container filled with boiling water, I knew that, and covered with soft cloth. Electric blankets weren't common in Ireland in 1993, so hot water bottles were essential for cold winter nights. Alright, goodbye. All those nice feelings about home. I'm fine. I doubt you are, to be honest with you. Alright. Page 2. Sunday. Back from Mass. No air in this house. Nobody has drawn breath here since Daw's wake. Well, we know a wake. It's like before the funeral. It's where people come to visit the family. Wakes are an important part of Irish funerals. It's an often upbeat get-together held the night before the body is buried, where neighbors come over, reminisce, and tell stories that celebrate the life of the deceased. Can't stand sitting around. I need to breathe. I pedaled down the road like if I just went fast enough, I could leave it all behind. I sat on Keem Bay and watched the horizon. Keem Bay is a famous beach on the west end of Achill Island. I don't know how to pronounce this, but let's go with Achill. It's incredibly beautiful, with yellow sand and surrounded by hills and cliffs. I think Keem Bay is a real place. It sounds like it is. I was erasing, but nothing was happening. Then Colum appeared. Colum! It is you. Well, haven't you changed? Well, haven't you changed? Good to see you again, Colum. Call me Cassio. Nodded, smiled. You should meet my boyfriend, Jack. The weather approved. The brightest day since October. What's getting all purpley now? Hey, space geek. Oh, is that a space geek? Is that a nice or good or a bad thing? Were we just pretending of that conversation when he was very like accommodating and nice to us? Or was space geek a term of endearment? Fergal mentioned working at the post office again. No thanks. Too many faces. Cassio's mother and brother both work at the post office on Akil. Post offices in Ireland are community hubs, not least because they connect locals to distant family. In addition to letters, they often hand out social welfare payments and government pensions, and often act as banks in rural communities. Many of them are part of a newsagent's or even a pub. There you go. We don't have that in the United States, like most, at least where all the post offices that I deal with are like post office. There's a few that might be in a shop that you can maybe go drop packages off, but for the most part, my experience with post offices is they are separate, they're just a post office. Met Colum and Jack at the abandoned village and climbed up Sleevemore. Jack was all teeth and laughter, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed enthusiasm. I don't think anyone from Akil is that relaxed. So Jack is Cassio's boyfriend. The abandoned village is a local tourist landmark on Akil, a village that was completely abandoned during the Great Famine of 1845 to 1849, but some of it was used up to the early 20th century as a summer village for farmers working on the mountain. Akil is the largest island. I wish they would have given this explanation earlier so we knew understanding of what the island was. Off the coast of Ireland, connected by a bridge to the mainland. It's part of County Mayo, one of the 5 counties in the province of Connacht. It's pronounced Akil. Okay, excuse me, not Akil. Even though bridge had a long E, this is a short. So Akil. All right, there you go. So you guys, you went up the mountain or whatever, had a good time. A band? You're kidding. No, really? With a young gun, Shans. A real talent, Shanzer is. I have no idea. We're called the Band She. Jack's on drums, of course. Colum the bassist, setting the groove. Shans sings and writes. I wonder what he's like. I'm so confused right now. Oh, wait, no, Jack is Colum's boyfriend, not Cassio's? I'm real confused about who was talking earlier. So you're talking about Shanzer. He's a guy, he's a person that sings and writes. Can't say guy, because that may not be correct. Alright, there's us on top of the mountain. We're not on the mountain anymore. Goodbye. Tuesday. Got hungry. Went up to Dugort, to the tea shop. They make the only decent sandwich on Akil. Yeah, I mean, look, this screams Korean to me. Like, this kind of style of sketching just screams Korean to me. But maybe I'm just wrong about that. Telling and hearing 5 years of stories, Colum had much more than me. But I guess, even if you're from Ireland, you could have grown up with Korean drawings. You could have decided you liked a Korean art style and taking it, or you could have just come up with this on your own. But I guess I can't say that this isn't a Western European Irish person drawing this. Come hang out with us if you want some space, Cassio. We're out in the big house out towards Keem. The 3 of us are living there together. It's amazing. Yeah, it's grand. At least after we cleared up all the broken bottles. Come watch us practice. Dugord is another village on the north coast of Akil. It's always been one of the tourist hubs on the island. Pronunciation Dug, like the past tense of dig, and ort rhymes with ert, so Dugert. Okay, Dugert. The Big House is a common nickname for houses that belong to the Anglo-Irish aristocracy in the years before the independence, and grand is a typical Irish expression. As an answer to a question, it means fine. As an adjective, for example, a grand day, grand stretch in the evening, it means lovely or nice. Well, at least I understood that part. Thank you very much. Hopefully this is at least somewhat interesting to watch for the viewer. A lot of explanation, to be honest. Maybe the month will be grand. Maybe. Some purple rain. Okay, we're in a kitchen. Old room, old habits, old home. Oh, the music's gotten bad. The music's gotten all distorted and dissonant. What's wrong? It was nice to be fed and to sleep in my own bed. Although it felt like a coffin, so dark and so empty outside. I got up to think and to figure out how to talk to her, your mother. A plan. There's her mom. 2:12 a.m., December 8th. Things fall apart. My wee pet, what are you doing awake at this hour? Hey, ma'am. Just wanted to make a cup of tea. Oh, the pot's on. Lovely. What do you have there? Nothing. Ah, I thought you might be drawing. You used to do such lovely drawings when you were small. This is us in the past, also at the table. Our little artist. Maybe I should have gone to art school instead. You had so much potential. You could have done anything you put your mind to. Did you know Luke got a very good job in Castlebar working for the bank? I don't know who Luke is, to be honest with you. Well done, Luke. He said they're always looking for people. Said it's very technical. Lots of numbers. Ah, Mom, not this again. Don't tell anybody. But his mom said he's making nearly 35 grand a year. That's not nothing, dear. Ma'am, I'm going back to college in January for a PhD. And what does that get you? What will you do then? I'm probably pronouncing like M-A-M. Is that like, it's not mom or mum. Ma'am sounds wrong? It's probably like, I don't know. Maybe it is more like mom with a long A? Should I just keep saying ma'am? I think I'll keep saying ma'am. Even though it sounds bad. What does that get you? What will you do then? Will you make any money with that? You can't keep scraping by, pet. You know we can't help out much. I'm going to do what I really want to do. Stars and things? Yes, the building blocks of everything. Well, okay, and how are you going to look after yourself? Not to mention, of course, a family of your own. Yeah, Mom, that's kind of what we want to talk to you about. Pet, I just don't understand this whole alternative thing. There was a great show about teenage phases on Liveline the other day. What's Liveline? An Irish call-in radio show about current events and social issues. It focuses on political and social topics. Well, not a phase, and I'm 23. Look, you're going to have to face facts. Settle down with a nice woman and get your life in order. Okay, I was looking at us and thinking we were presenting as female, but if our mom is saying find a woman, we must be born, we were assigned male at birth, and we are at least presenting as female. Once you have children of your own, you'll understand. And I want the same life as you and Da. He wouldn't even entertain this for a second. He always wanted the best for you and Fergal. Then let me live the life I want to. How can this be the life you want with that hair and those clothes? It's none of your business. Oh God, you're really lost. Dublin, that university, it's changed you. You let it. You're not the person I've known. And what gives you the right to say who I really am? Don't you dare take that tone with me. I'm your mother. Yep, things have gone bad. Well, you should act like it then. What does that mean? Aren't mothers supposed to love their children? Well, you have no right to say that. I've struggled every day to raise you. And if not for me, you'd be out perishing in the cold. Ungrateful wind. Jesus Christ, I can't take another minute of you. Come back here this instant, and don't take the Lord's name in vain. Well. And let me go ahead and make a disclaimer. I try to be, to use the right terminology and phrasing. So when I mention things like presenting as female or say, male assigned at birth, that's my best effort of making the correct choices. And I'll go ahead and apologize in advance if my understanding of the proper phrasing is wrong, or if I say something wrong that's not out of place of mean-spiritedness or I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Just chalk it up to plain old ignorance, and feel free to call me out in the comments and tell me that I said something wrong. All right. With that said, let's move on. Showed up at Column's door, soaked to the bone. In my head, I could hear Mom saying I look like a drowned rat. Well, we showed up at Column's house. Him and, what is it, Jake or Jack and Shan. Column opened the door. He looked at me once and took me inside. I'm going to lower the volume again. I apologize. Maybe lower the sound effect volume a little bit there. Okay, we're sad. We're on the couch. It's raining. It's a black day. It's bad news. It's a lot of rain. A veritable downpour of rain. So much rain. So much rain and probably just like bad vibes. Just in your head rain and on the outside rain. And potentially the black hole. Hello? Anyone? Come on, answer me. Damn it, the anomaly, this black hole, is going to devour me. Devour all of us. One last message before communication cuts out. I'm going in. If I can't save Earth, at least I will find answers. Is this Cassio? Are we Cassio, like in the present and the past, or the past and the present and the future, or whatever? Are we the same character? Dr. Cassiopeia. Cassio. And I'll say Cassiopeia because that's the way I understand it. I know some other people say Cassiopeia, but for me, it's Cassiopeia. Well, sorry about that. You probably didn't notice anything. Hopefully you didn't notice anything. But I ran out of disk space again. I really got to deal with that. So I'll have to stitch these videos together. So Dr. Cassiopeia. See, I did it wrong. I just said I wasn't going to do this. Dr. Cassiopeia. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia? I forget how I even say this word now. Cassiopeia. Anyways, over and out. Stop that, Doctor. I can hear. Weak. Hello? An event. Don't give up hope. Okay, perhaps I should lower the sound again. Okay, this is the band. Columns band. Is that Column? I can't tell. I don't know who these characters are by looks. Oh, hi? Didn't mean to wake you up. Sorry. Nice to meet you. Bye. Oh, you must be Shan? So we were sleeping on the couch and the guy showed up to get something. Get a guitar or whatever. Sleeping on the couch. It took me a long moment to realize where I was. My head was throbbing. There's Band She. Really good name for an Irish band. I looked around. It was the big house, Column's new place. They're squat. My breath relaxed. 10:45 a.m. December 8th, coming and going. Jack jumped through the sitting room door. Wakey, wakey! Even grin was loud and happy. Even his grin was loud and happy. Food's coming. Lots of rashers. Rashers is bacon, I think? Common word for Irish bacon. Leaner and meatier than American bacon because it comes from the loin of the pig. Yep, there you go. Colin was the next apparition at the door. Voice was much softer, encouraging me to get up while the food was hot. My eyelids still wanted to close. I didn't know how to say thanks, but I rolled onto the cold wooden floor and pulled myself up slowly. The kitchen smelled so good. Whoa, grabbed the whole thing. Welcome to our fabulous abode, Cassio. Sit thyself and prepare for a breakfast extravaganza. I think I broke it by grabbing the thing, because now it's not like moving on its own. It was the guitar. It was the guy with the guitar, Shan's. I didn't know if I had been dreaming. I complimented his playing without thinking. Oh, it's really nothing. Had I said something stupid? Couldn't tell if he was shy or cocky. I think I outdid myself, as always. I was salivating at the sight of the fry-up. So, fry-up, an Irish breakfast including sausages, rashers, black and white pudding, toast, sometimes eggs, sometimes mushrooms, sometimes fried tomatoes. Completely different, and also not very different at all to an English or Scottish breakfast. We have to choose a place to stop this recording. They all seem so comfortable in their own skin, so open with each other. still sitting at the table when the Angelus played over the radio. The traditional Catholic prayer time when church bells are rung for a minute at 6 a.m., midday, and 6 p.m. In Ireland, the bells are played on national radio and television stations. And have a fit, which we haven't got to, means get angry. It was noon, oh my god, I must have needed a big sleep. Ma'am would have a fit if I was still in bed at home. I wondered if I could go back. No. Was there anywhere I could stay in Dublin? I don't know. Colum interrupted my thoughts. He calmed me down. You're not going nowhere, kiddo. He told me I'd have a home with them when I needed it. He's been through this himself before. A home. Even if that home is leaking and damp. It turned out the only suitable room for me left was their practice room. I felt guilty, but cared for. And there's the big house, huh? On Achill Island. Just like home. I'll probably go ahead and end the episode here. So this feels like a good stopping point. So we've been kicked out of our family home. We've moved in with Colum and Jack and Shans because I don't know our character. I feel like our character is a trans female. They were assigned male at birth and now they are transitioning to female, but I don't know that for sure. That's just the understanding I have, but it's a good stopping point right here. So thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it and hope to see you again next time.